How do you do, fellow kids? Today we have a couple of action figures from the Plasma series. I picked these up January and February of this year. These have been a constant peg warmer, and I decided I'd pick them up because I do love the motion picture Ghostbusters. When I was a kid, I didn't really get it. I knew that it was, wacky stuff was happening, and I could, I obviously could follow the plot, but I didn't really understand the humor. And later in life, at some point, I realized how funny that movie was, and how relatable the characters were, and how interesting it was to see these people, kind of like normal people, being faced with something paranormal. I do have a memory of watching Ghostbusters 2 at my cousin's house, and that movie too I think is underrated, even though that movie was a little bit of a disappointment. I think they I think they did a good job with that movie. It was a little bit unexpected how they started off with the characters. You would have thought that they're Ghostbusters and they're still ghost busting, but that was kind of really, it really makes sense if you're paying attention to that first movie. They are experiencing kind of a once in a while or once in 100 years phenomenon. They're not, it isn't that there are constantly ghosts. I have picked up the entire set of these Plasma figures, except for the Hasbro Pulse exclusive, the Rick Moranis set. That one, I've looked, and people want insane prices for that, and I'm not super interested in that set, even though it does come with one of the demon dogs. But the Build-A-Figure in this set is a demon dog, I got Venkman and Stance from Walmart on super clearance in about mid-January. I picked them both up for $5. I was kind of waiting around and looking and waiting for Dana Barrett and some of the other action figures to go lower, and they got as low as, I think I picked Zedmore up for $11, and Barrett and Gozer for $15 each, which is surprising because I think they are the least kind of, people are gonna, if they're going to be minimalistic about these sets, they're going to pick up the four Ghostbusters and probably not Dana and Gozer. But I ended up deciding to go for that anyway. The one that I couldn't find at a discount ever was Egon, and maybe I missed it. By the way, I got 3 of them. I got Barrett, Gozer, and Zedmore on Amazon. I don't think I mentioned that. But yeah, I had to pay full price for Egon. He was really hard to find. In fact, every once in a while when I'm in a Target, I'll just flip through they're all still on the pegs except for Egon. I can't find Egon. I can't find Egon still out there. So I'm glad that I got him, and it doesn't. It doesn't sting that I paid full price, because it's like, well, I wouldn't have had any other choice. But they are still, these figures are still out there. Who knows? I might turn on or fire up Google and see that they're $2 each tomorrow. Anyway, that's a long-winded story just to talk about a couple of figures. The other thing that I wanted to mention was I was listening to a guy. I'm just gonna put the link to his YouTube channel on there. He's got some really cool toy hunts on YouTube, and the name is escaping me. I think he calls himself a considerate juvenile, but I don't think that's the name he uses on his YouTube channel. So, but anyway, he was saying that he was theorizing that these Ghostbusters figures are the reason why the G.I. Joes are so hard to find, because these figures have been in the stores, they aren't selling, and they're also a Hasbro property, and so when Hasbro came to Target and said, how many of the G.I. Joe figures do you want? Target said, well, we don't want that many because they're obviously not, these aren't selling as well as the Marvel Legends, so we don't expect G.I. Joe to do very well. And I guess they, between the two companies, they've really they really did not forecast the demand for the G.I. Joe classified. It seems like that's changing, because I feel like there are more G.I. Joes in the store. I mean, at least I see them on social media, and I did go to a Target this week and saw the pegs packed with I think it was 1.5 cases of GI Joes, and I think that's the standard. I think they get 2 cases. They put 1.5 out on the pegs, and they keep half a case in the back. And that was great, because I was able to pick up the new repainted Scarlet. I don't have Scarlet, and I picked up another Cobra Infantry, which is cool, because now I have a couple of those. So anyway, I'm going to shut my yap, and I'm gonna cut into these, and we'll take a look. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at Dana Barrett. Dana has got a good likeness of Sigourney Weaver. I'm not able to get this to focus at all. But yeah, she's got a decent likeness. You can kind of compare this head to head, literally, with the NECA Ripley from Aliens that came out. And I don't collect NECA. Oops. They, from everything that I've heard, they are very brittle, and most people end up breaking something, and they're super expensive. I mean, I think these 6-inch figures from Hasbro are pretty expensive, but they're only $20 compared to $30 for NECA. Although I am tempted to buy some of the Predator and Alien stuff that I see out there. That looks pretty good, but as long as I'm buying GI Joes and stuff, I think I'm gonna probably pass. She's got those kind of the possessed red eyes, so she can be the gatekeeper, and the dress is molded plastic, and so she didn't come with anything, doesn't have any accessories, other than the Build-A-Figure parts. It would have been nice if she came with some stuff. I don't know exactly what she'd have, but there's a famous kind of grocery scene in the movie where the eggs are frying on their own and going crazy. So she could have come with a grocery bag and some eggs or something like that. But nope, we didn't really get anything with her. I should use my mini brands. Hold on, I'm gonna reach over and grab a couple. So here she is. She's got her chocolate almond milk. So let's see if I can get my camera to focus. There you go. Let's take a look at Peter Venkman. Peter Venkman did come with accessories. He came with a proton pack. The proton pack's pretty hard to get on him, but that's one of those accessories that I think it's just going to stay on him. Pretty good likeness of Bill Murray. Little bit of a funny face. He's got a little smirk. I don't know. From this angle, he kind of looks like Robin Williams a little bit. But yeah, there's Peter Venkman. The proton pack was a little bit difficult to get on him. I've got to assume that I'm probably never going to take that off of him, or at least not be taking it on and off very often, because that is basically kind of part of his character. The trick was this little piece came off, and then I had to take his this arm and his head and get it into the harness, and then at the same time there's a peg that pegs into his back. I don't know if you can see that in there, and so you have to kind of line that up and kind of click that in, and then click the harness on, and it stays on there pretty well, as far as I haven't. It's basically pretty solid on there. So he's got his proton wand, and he also came with the ghost trap, which is a cool accessory. And I think all the Ghostbusters came with kind of. They all came with proton packs and slightly different, like a second accessory, all different second accessories. Winston Zedmore, I read somewhere that people were picking up multiple Winstons because he comes with a blast effect that you could put on the other Ghostbusters. So I'm going to put him aside, and we're going to take a look at the Build-A-Figure. The Build-A-Figure is the this is what came with Dana Barrett, is the body of the devil dog, or the demon dog, and it looks like we've got a front, or no, it's a back leg, I think. That wouldn't fit, so I think it's probably this one. Go ahead and snap that in, and now we've got 1/3 of our devil dog put together. Got a articulated ankle. It's a good monster for the Ghostbusters to fight. It's too bad that, actually, you know what I think Dana should have come with? Dana should have come with Slimer. There's no Slimer in this line, as far as I know, or as far as I can tell. And the other thing that they released was the Ecto-1. The Ecto-1 is not in scale with the 6-inch figures. It's meant to be just kind of like just a display piece, which is disappointing, because you'd want your figures, or at least one of the figures, to be driving the Ecto-1 for your toy shelf. I know a lot of people picked that up for 50% off. I didn't see it in the stores and on clearance. In fact, I barely saw it at all. I did see it kind of when it came out, and someone must have been buying it. But Target wasn't carrying a lot of them. So anyway, I do think these figures look pretty cool. I enjoy the fact that I've gotten them, and I can't wait to kind of like set the whole, or put the whole set on a shelf devoted to Ghostbusters. Like I said, Ghostbusters is one of my all-time favorite movies. I love watching it around Halloween time. I have actually my my sister gave me one of her friends was getting rid of all of his DVDs, and she got the box set of the two, the Ghostbusters 1 and Ghostbusters 2, and she gave that to me, and that's great because what I've noticed is that Ghostbusters is on streaming services a lot, but around Halloween, it kind of disappears because they figure people are going to go on, iTunes or Amazon and buy it to or rent it to stream it, and so that they can probably make more money around the Halloween holiday than at other times of the year. But now that I have a physical copy, I can watch it, around Halloween or on Halloween, and enjoy my my favorite supernatural comedy.